recorded and in YouTube. So please uh, go and feel free to repeat that, because if there are any confusion, let me know. So we'll just restart from where we left. Just a small check. So help me out. How many standard objects did we discuss in last class?
It's the account.
Account. What are we storing in account?
Basically, the name of the company, maybe the person, company name,
Not a person. We are not storing any person information in account.
company name, company.
So the company or company details, okay, not only the name. Any details of the company. Company is the organization which is buying from us, right?
Right.
Then any other objects?
Contacts.
Contacts. What are we storing here?
This is in relation with the company. Like
Yes.
it's related to the account,
Right.
and we store the like information of people who are a part of that organization or company.
That's correct. All the people like employees or owners or whoever are the people who are working in this company, right? And what would be the relationship between account and contact?
It will be one to many.
One to many. So we'll write it like this. So account is like this, and contact is like this, and we will do like this. It's one to many. That means one account will be related to multiple contacts. One contact will not be related to multiple. Like an employee cannot work in multiple organizations, right? So there can be other situations wherein there can be an association of one contact with multiple account, but let's keep it simple for now. So account and contact is one to many relationship by default. This is how we are laid out. Any other objects which we discussed in the last class? Where are we storing the deals?
We discussed about the opportunity.
Opportunity. Great. Opportunity is another object we discussed. What are we storing here?
All the transaction details. We have to kind of put it in layman terms. Like based on the accounts, whatever the discussions are, the deals are being working around.
So you can say this is the deal headers, right? What about the deal? When did like a specific deal? It can be a specific order header, which we are trying to store here. Where we already have a product wherein we are storing products. And what is the relationship between account and product? Sorry, opportunity and product.
So one too many.
That means one deal will have multiple products.
Sir, many to many, sir. Opportunity and product.
Many to many.
How many to many?
Sir, means we need to create a mapping table for opportunity and product, and it will be opportunity. The name would be the product opportunity.
Opportunity product.
Yes.
So one to many from both sides is a many to many relationship, right? So there is a middle table called mapping table, which we have to create so that opportunity and product can have a many to many relationship. Why they have a many to many relationship? because one deal can have multiple products and one product can be in multiple deals, right? So one-to-many relationship from both sides. And that is the reason we need a mapping table, because Salesforce does not allow a direct many-to-many relationship between two tables. So we have a third table to bring between. Any confusion? And what is the name of this? It is named after the parents. Opportunity product mapping table is opportunity product. Any confusion? Any questions? Okay. Where are we storing the prices and things? Menu or the catalog? Product will also have a
We have a price book
price book.
that's part of standard object.
Right. Price book is the catalog, or it is the header, menu card, right? Menu header. Usually it is region specific. Like I have a header for USA, I have a header for India. But inside it, what would be the relationship between product and price book?
So many to many.
Many to many. Again, many to many. Why? One product will be in multiple catalogs, and one catalog will have multiple products. So if it is one to many from both sides, then it is a many to many relationship. And when it is a many to many relationship, again there is a mapping table, right? What is the name of this mapping table?
The price book entry.
Price book
Entry.
book entry. Perfect. Price book entry. What are we storing in price book entry?
Prices of the product for different countries, sir.
Prices. So price is actually stored in price book entry, not in price book, right? Similarly, what are we storing in the opportunity product?
Sir, quantity.
Quantity. Absolutely. Quantity is a critical element that we are storing in the mapping table, because for storing the quantity, we need to know which deal, which product, and what would be the quantity. That is the only, this table only has both information. Similarly, this has both information, which product and which country or which catalog. And then I can put the price, right? Just one information is not good enough. Great. So we discussed many things. Any other standard objects which we talked about? How a salesman is starting his journey in the morning.
Sir, lead.
Lead. What is a lead? What are we storing in lead?
Sir,
So potential employee details, sir.
Potential employee details. Absolutely right. Potential employee details, but how it is relevant for you as a salesman?
Sir, I can get the details of the potential customers or the potential people.
Potential
So
customer. Yeah, potential customer is a right word. So it may or may not become your customer. Right? So lead, and what is the, so it is prospects. Please note there are only two tables in Salesforce, which is basically storing person's details. One is contact and another is lead. So these tables will have a first name, last name. No other table will have a first name, last name. Yeah. So exact lead, when it is converted, it is all information is copied into the contact record, and only one field value, that is a company field value, will create the account and associate it with it. Yeah. So lead will create 3 records. What are the records when we convert a lead? One account, one contact, and one opportunity. Opportunity is also optional. Okay. Lead can also create an opportunity. Opportunity, you have to type the name. Okay. Any other objects we discussed?
sir, user.
User. User is what?
Sir, it stores the data of employees of seller, sir.
Seller. Perfect. So people who are logging into or using Salesforce, employee of seller side. So who are you? Are you a seller or are you something else?
Sir, I'm the seller. If I'm using the Salesforce.
But what would be your role after this training session?
Administrator.
Administrators. If you are an administrator, what kind of, so you are a user of the seller side, or you are the user of a buyer side, or you are a different person?
It's a user of the seller side.
User of a seller side, absolutely. So there can be many kind of users, right? One of them is system administrators. One of them will be sales representatives. One would be service people. Okay, so there will be different users. User 1, user 2, user 3. They are how they are different. That is categorized using profile. Every user will have a different profile. We'll discuss profile in great details later. But what is a profile? Profile is a user type. Many users can have the same profile, right? For you, system administrator is your profile. Whenever you are creating a new trailhead or you are creating a developer edition, you are basically automatically created by Salesforce with a system administrator profile. And that is why you can do a little more than any other person in an organization. A system administrator is a person who can work on data as well as metadata. A normal user, which is not a system administrator, can only work on data. So the major difference between these two type of users. Okay, so system administrator is a special category of users who can work on metadata. What is a metadata? Anybody?
Data about data.
Data about data. That is description of a data. What is a description of a data? Data is always stored in Salesforce in objects, right? That is tables. Think about this one. I have 9836777760, and here 984211111113. So I have many. I have filled up my table and Excel sheet with these values. Is this usable?
No, sir.
No. Why it is not usable?
Because it is having only phone number. We don't know the name.
Let's put a name here. Let's put Animesh Banerjee. Let's put Shobhanjit Ghosh. Again, another number here, another number here. Some other XX, YYYY I have put here. I have put something like that. It is usable. This data is usable or not? If I give you a sheet like this to you, does it make any sense? It does not make any sense because you do not know what this is all about. What is this for a mobile number, right? What is this mobile number? It looks like a mobile number. Is it even a mobile number? It can be a login for your Netflix account also, right? You do not know. Mobile numbers can be utilized for your Facebook login also, right? So I have given something like this. You think this is a mobile number, actually it is a login of a Facebook. So invariably this table must have a header on the top, which will say this is the name, this is mobile 1, this is mobile 2, this is Facebook login, this will say PAN card. Then that makes sense. Then the whole data makes sense. Then you understand what is this data. That is called a data of data or a description of data.
I'm not in home.
So when we have a column header, then only we understand that there is a understanding of the data, or you can see how that, what is the sense of that data, right? So this is where a system administrator can work. So what he can do, he can rename these columns, he can add a new column, he
No,
can delete a column.
no.
So
That's
these are the
another.
things he can do on the tables. That is, he can work on metadata. That means he can change the structure of the objects or tables, which is not possible from anybody else. Okay, give me 1 second. Bring my son who wants to learn Salesforce also.
Yeah. Hi, I don't tell me.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Stay silent. আমি কথা বলছি, I'm teaching. Okay. So system administrator is the only type of people who can make changes to the application. Any other users cannot make changes to the application data, right? That is very important. What are the different things which we can do on a table? Can somebody tell me? Or on an object? So far data is concerned.
It's a create operation.
Create operation. What is a create operation?
So we can create the data, means create the row.
Create the row. So I can put data here, 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 and this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. The header is there. So I cannot change the header, but I can put data inside it. Give me 1 second. I have to. Apologies for the change. So create is the creation of a row, right? Create a row. What do we call row in Salesforce?
It's a record.
Record. Perfect. And what do we call the columns in Salesforce?
It's a fields.
Good.
Fields.
Okay, cool. So we can create a row. What else we can do in a table? So for data is concerned,
It's a read.
read a table. That means I can see the data, right, of a record. So create, then read. What else?
It's a update or edit.
Update or edit. So there is a data which exists or record which is exist, and I can change this record. I can modify this value, modify this value, modify this value. So this is called edit or update. What else?
Delete.
Delete. So I can do only 4 operations in a table, right? So we call this CRET. Easy to remember. Create, read, edit, delete. These are the only 4 permissions that is required on an object. Okay. In order to work on a table, you need only 4 operations to do, and it's called CRET, create operation. So you can create a record, you can read a record, you can edit a record, you can delete a record.
So what is create? Create means you create a new field or record. That's it.
No, create a new field is not a data operation. It is a metadata operation. Creating a new record is a data operation. Okay. So now let us see this in details. Enough of theory. As I said, you can log in directly from here. When you sign up, this is for Gaurav, if you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Those who are not able to sign up so far, you can continue with Google. Okay. You do not have to depend on LinkedIn if it is not working for you somehow. Okay. You can even use just an email ID on something else. So, okay. So I will use LinkedIn. I'm already registered, so I'm directly taken to the site. I can go to the hands-on orgs on the right, and I can create a new playground, and we can do that. So I can launch from here, any org. If you want to log in using user ID password directly, as I said in the last class, you change this to is an app called this one, Playground Starter. In the Playground Starter, get your login credentials is there. You can reset my password. It will send a mail automatically to your mailbox. You can set your password and this will be your login. So then you don't have to log into Trailhead. You can directly say login.salesforce.com, put this login and then set the password, whatever you set, and you can straight away come and log into Salesforce. Okay. Let's see how this works. So it has sent a mail to my mailbox. Finish resetting password is a mail that will come to you. Click on this, reset password, put some password. And you can log in straight away. Next time onwards, you don't have to go to Trailhead. You can jump in using directly login.salesforce.com. Here is your username. And password you have just set. You can put a remember me if you want. And you can log into Salesforce from now on. Let's save it. So when you log in, you will see this is the name of the app on which you have landed. This is set up. Since you are administrator, you will always be landing here. We are discussing an app called Sales. So here we are basically working on every table we are making a record. So in the lead record, this is the lead this is the read operation. I can see all the records of my lead. This is the create operation. I can create a new lead. Gaurav, Kangul, company Bong Bong. This is a new lead. So I have done a create record, right, operation. Okay. Here, then I can even change the data. This is edit operation. I can do from here. I can put some email ID. Comes here, or I can change directly from here also. This is called inline editing. So I am doing now a edit operation. So create, read, and edit. All operations I did. I can change the path from here. This changes here, or I can change the path from here also. And I can convert this. Whenever I convert this, immediately what happens? 3 create operation happens on 3 different objects. You see, from the Bong Bong, it has taken the account name. The whole information of the lead is now copied over to contact, and it is giving me an option of creating an opportunity. I may choose not to create this. Yeah. or I will say, let's do it. This is the September month, so I will say September order, and I convert. So now what happens? 3 records are getting created in 3 objects. Okay. What is the relationship between this? 1 to many. 1 to many. Okay. That means one account can have multiple opportunity. One account can have multiple contacts. How do we see this? When I go to the page, you will see in the related tab. Again, in the account, I can make changes. I can say that I have a phone number of this account. This is again update operation. So this is an update edit operation on account object now. Okay. What is the relationship? I can see this here. If there is a relationship, that means 1 to many, the parent side will have a related record, related list table. Since account is the parent of both account and opportunity, both contact and opportunity, that's why you can see a contact related list and a opportunity related list in account. When you go to the contacts, the parent is shown as a lookup field. How do you identify lookup field? This is clickable. You'll see there is a hand sign. So when you click on this, it will jump here on the account. So whenever you see in the opportunity also, you'll see the same thing. In opportunity, when you go to the detail tab, you will see an account and this is clickable. When you click this, it will jump here on the account. So any object, any field which is clickable, most probably that is a lookup or a master detail field or a relationship field. Yeah, 90% of the time. Any questions so far till now? Okay.
No, sir.
I can create product also. Here is the products. You can see all existing products here. The product tab is there. You can create your own product. EV is my product. I have to make it active. I can put a product code. Very important that I have to add this to a price book. Without adding the product to the price book, it is not possible to use it. So this is a standard price book. I have done a list price. Yeah. It is very important. Check this is active or not. It is by default not active. Okay. So make this active. So now it is a price book and this is the price book entry, right? This is, you see, price book entries are there. Every price book will have multiple price book entries. So if you see view all, check your TV has a price book entry or not. Yes, and which has to be active entry. Okay. So I can even jump to the product from here, right? So if you see product is a, that means a lookup table. Okay, a lookup relationship. I will come to that later. So now I'm jumping directly to product, right? I can go and click on that field and I can jump to the product. So what happens now if I go to the opportunity, which we created just now, I can go and choose add product, standard price book. Which price book you want to use? I think it is part of the standard price book. Save, and I will search with TV. And you see TV is already there. And I can add a TV. This price it is already I have put up. Let's make something different so that we understand this. So price we have already created. Now we are putting the contact. It is a opportunity product entry. So opportunity product is another table, which is again the child of opportunity and also a child of product. So this is the related list. As I said, you will always see this in a related list. So you are seeing basically which products this deal has. That means which opportunity product is there inside that. So whenever you click, you see this is product clickable. You can see what is the quantity, what is the price, and that is it. So we have now seen all these. Can we see the user table? Yes, you can see the user table. Is there some user table here in the tab, it is not there. Okay. For this, you have to go to setup. Setup is accessible for the system administrator. This is where we do metadata changes. Okay. First, we will see the user table. We'll type it here. You see, there is a user thing. Then you will see all the users which is there in the system. See, this is the user which we Salesforce created for us automatically, and you see the profile is system administrator. There are some other users which you don't have to worry. You can create another user only with the license of Salesforce. So you can choose this and use this as standard user. I will say, let's wait for that. You can drop it down and that you can create another login for this. Okay. We'll talk about this in a separate session. Not right now. So you can create the new users into this org. Only one user allowed after you. So this is a developer edition. This is a company information which you can also look into. This is a company information. There are many things on the left. We'll discuss one after another. But let's see this in detail. So you see, it's an edition, which is a developer edition. That's why you only create 2 users, and this is a free edition given by Salesforce. But whenever you are in the customer organization, this you will see either this is a professional edition or an enterprise edition or an unlimited edition. So there are different editions which we are selling. Particularly Shiva is the person who is selling this to different people. So Shiva, this is the version to check out. This is the licenses which we give, but this will change based on whatever your editions or whatever deal has been done with Salesforce. You will see this is the Salesforce full license. That means Sales Cloud we are talking right now. So there are 2 users which you can make. Of them, one of them is you who is logging in. So one user is used. You can create another one. There is a Salesforce integration user. There is a platform license. 3 platform users you can create. So play around with this. Create those users in your org and see how Salesforce behave differently for them. There is a lot of other things which will come slowly and steadily. Another thing which we want to do here is that you see the currency is INR right now. That is all good. So now Object Manager. Most of our time will spend a few sessions from now will be spent on Object Manager. Object Manager is basically wherein we are going ahead and making changes on an object. Right? You see, there are standard objects already in the system. So account is one of them, right? When we open account, there are a lot of things which you can do on your account object. You see the bare minimum which we are seeing here. This is the field and relationships. This is where we see what are the fields are there in account table. And this is the whole lot of fields which we have, right? You see account name, data types, and different data types are there. You can create a new field here. Like for Indian customers, a GST number will be very important, right? So what we will do, we will, or maybe Indian PAN number. So let us add the PAN number first. So what kind of field would that be? You see a lot of fields are there. Salesforce gives us, which allows you to create a new field, new custom field on a standard objects, right? Let's go one by one. There is an auto number field. Auto number field gives you the ability to create an automatic alphanumeric character when a new record is created. Okay.
That's a unique number which we're talking about for each of the.
That is correct. It is a unique readable number. Otherwise, Salesforce is automatically already creating a new record whenever this field is created. So when I am creating account, right, this bong bong was created. You see on the top, there is an already 18 character ID. This is basically the Salesforce ID of this record on the top. Okay, we'll go into details about this. But whenever you open any record in Salesforce, you will see there is an ID on the top, 18 character ID. This is already alphanumeric character, which is Salesforce generating to uniquely identify a record. And I will show you how it is stored in Salesforce. But this is not something which we can remember or utilize, right? So if you want to remember a alphanumeric number that is easier to remember, in that case, you can use this auto number field. You can also change the name field into an auto number. Sometimes the name field also are changed in an auto number. I will show it to you for custom objects. Let us first see this for standard objects. So this is, you say, a system generated sequence number that uses a display format you desire. So let me give you a example. So you see, for account, I am creating an auto number. You say many people will have a number. Field level is called a number. You'll see in many organizations it will be used. So it will start with a, then hyphen, and there would be a numeric value that will come after this. Okay, this will keep on changing. So it will. This is a number field. We can set it as external ID also. So that means we'll discuss what is this. Starting number will start with 1. That means A-0001. I will give it this visibility to all type of users, and I will add it to all layouts. What is a layout? We'll discuss this. So I have created a number field, which is basically auto sequence number, and it is called auto number. You can make the name field also an auto number. Okay, as I said, not on the standard objects, but on custom objects. What are the other fields we have? We have a formula, roll up, and other fields. We'll discuss this later. First, let's see the basic data types. Checkbox. If it is a value is yes or no, true or false, then use a checkbox. A tick box, I think everybody knows it. Nothing fancy to remember, but let's create one. You can say this is approved. By default, I can make it checked or unchecked. Okay. Again, I show this to everybody. What next? I have a currency field. I have a date field. I have a date time field. I have an email field. I have a geolocation field. I have a number field, percentage, phone, pick list. Pick list is a drop down value. So you can choose one value out of many things. Let's create a pick list. Let's say lease line.
So what is this field level?
Which one? Field level. Field level is the visual of the field. So if you go here, this is the field level. This one. The name of the field, which you are seeing here on the top.
Okay.
Is a field level. And field name is basically used for programming or automation. So every field will have two things. You will see a field label, which the users, non-Salesforce administrators will see. And this is which a system administrator will use for automation or any other purpose. Field name is not shown to normal users. Only system administrators can see this. The only difference is that field label can have space. Field name will never have a space. So all the spaces will be replaced by underscores normally. All the custom fields which you are creating will have a field level called __C. That is easy to understand which of these field is a standard field and which of these is a custom field. If anything will have a __C, that is a custom field. Just by seeing the label, you cannot understand it is a custom field or a standard field, right? But in the API, if it is a __C, then it is a custom field. Object also has the same thing. Here you see API name is a account. Account also has a label. Every object will also have a label, and every object will also have a API name. So if I create a new table, I will show it to you a little later. You will see that object will also have a __C. All the fields which I am creating right now will have __C because these are custom fields. I'm creating new. If you are using just the date part, this is a picker field. check that out, play it around. I don't want to waste our time playing around. So go ahead and you create fields for everything. And why these fields are there? There's a text field, right, which is a powerful field. You see, allows user to enter any combination of letter and numbers. If this is allowed, then why do we need an email field, currency field, number field, fancy other URL field? What is the point of having this? The text field can do everything, right? We could have minimized a lot of field types. Why do you think Salesforce has given so many field types? What is wrong?
Because
Yeah, go ahead.
for data validation in the currency field, we cannot input any kind of text in number field. Same is there. That's why data validation. That's why separate field working separate. That's why
Absolutely.
this was given.
So
See,
there is
another thing is that like the end user who's gonna create like who's gonna probably just create a contact or an account would not be knowing what to put in what field. Like unless until you specify that, it probably gives them a little more better insight as to what has to be done. Like it can be, or else it can be just a random plug and play, right? Or it's more a clarity which we are giving across in all aspects.
That is correct. We want sensible data to be poured into system. Then only you can utilize it. For that, there are two things. One is user simplicity, so that they can understand what they want to work on, and they also need to. The system needs the ability that we are not allowing user to put garbage data, right? It's unusable. We're typing mistakes is happening all the time, right? Whenever you enter data, you want to make sure that the data is correct data and usable data. And that is the reason why so many fields are there. When I started my career, this time field was not there. So time field was introduced quite later. But these are fields which keep on getting added by Salesforce, like a geolocation field, which came a little late into the business. This is basically storing latitude and longitude value, which you can point on a Google map. So there are different kinds of fields, which allows users not only to fill that data with ease and simplicity and understanding, but also a system validation is there on top of that, so that there is no garbage data that is stored in. Like in a phone number, like a currency number, I don't want an alphanumeric character to be there. Right? Makes no sense. Currency and number field are almost the same. Only difference is currency field allows a currency type along with a number. So in a number field, you can put any number along with decimals. So it gives you a decimal value also. You can control how many decimal value you can have. My number field has 18 character long. So you can, if you see a number field, you see the length will be 18 characters. So you can have decimal place. If you do 2 decimal place from here, you have to shorten 2 from here. So this is how a number field works. Same is the currency field. There's no difference. Only difference is currency field gives you a currency type. If there was no currency type, then Salesforce, you had to create 2 different fields. One field for putting the amount value, that is a number field, and then you have to give a pick list value to choose which currency type they are using. Is it USD, INR, or any of these, right? So this field is actually combining the values of 2 fields, right? Text, there are many types of text. The easiest and the most frequently used is this 255 characters. Text area is the same 255 characters, only that this allows you to break the line. That means you can put an enter sign. You can put separate lines. This does not allow you to create a separate line. Long is long characters. The only difference is that these don't show up in reports. Yeah, because these are big areas for putting text. You will see what are the reports in Salesforce. Text and text area would work in reports. These will not work in reports. So rich is basically wherein you can format, that is, make it bold, italics, put some images inside your text. You can do this in using this. Time is just the time part. Date is just the date part. And this is both having date and time both, right? Email is just email. Percentage is percentage field, phone is phone field. Pick list is basically when you want to give users to choose only one value. And if you want to give people to choose multiple values from a list, then it is a multi-select pick list. Play around with these fields. I'm not going to waste time here. We'll talk about these a little more. You see, there are relationship fields which we can see. Right now, I am seeing a lookup relationship, external lookup relationship. We are not going to discuss right now, advanced topic. We'll take it later. So lookup relationship is the easiest relationship and the only relationship which you can create on standard objects. Okay. So standard objects is a lookup relationship. Whenever you create a lookup relationship, you make this object a child of another object. Please remember this. Okay. So lookup relationship field will always be created on the child side, and it will point to another object which will become the parent. So whenever I do this, it is related to something else. I can also do a self lookup. That means account can also point to its own object. That is self lookup. How this is done? When there is a hierarchy you want to set up. Account already has a hierarchy, so you do not need to create this. You see there is a hierarchy field already there. It's called parent account. It's called a data type is hierarchy. So this we'll see in details. Anyway, so self lookup is not required in account. Anyway, so now I have created, these are the fields which we have created. Let's create a new object. You can create a new object from here. Whenever you create a new object, let's see, I will create an application object, which is my favorite. Starts with a vowel sound, of course. So this will allow Salesforce to decide whether there is an or a that needs to be used when they are giving you option. So this is the bare minimum thing which we have to select and do the save. Whenever you create a new application, you see API name is __C. In the list itself, you will see application is showing as __C, and it is a custom object. Rest is standard objects. The benefit is that you can delete this. This delete option is not available for standard objects, right? As I said, standard objects cannot be deleted. Whenever I create a custom object, Salesforce automatically creates standard fields for me. You see, that means custom objects also has standard fields. Please remember that. So automatically, whenever I create a new field, Salesforce has created some standard objects for me. The most important object is the most important field would be the name field. Name field will always be created by Salesforce, and you cannot delete it. The only difference is that you can edit it, and you can make this a auto number. Similarly, I will give a format to it, and we'll start with 1. So now the name field is no longer something which you have to type. So right now this is a table wherein you don't have to type anything, because the auto number is the application name is automatically generated by Salesforce. Created by is a automatic field which is managed by Salesforce. Last modified by is also managed by Salesforce. Owner is also managed by Salesforce. So you don't have to like enter any data at all, but new records will get created. Want to have fun? How will you create a record in this new object? Anybody? There are repeat batch people here. What happened to you guys?
Field and relationship.
How will I create a new record in this object? How can I create a new record in this new object I created?
It will be
Go to the record page.
Go to the record page, which is where, how will I go to that record? I have created a new object, new table. Now I want to insert records into this new table. How do I do that?
is it like isn't it like a more like a Auto-generated now.
What?
Like the moment we try to create a record, a number will automatically be.
How will I create a record? That is the question I'm asking. I am a system administrator. I have created a new field. The record can be created by the non-system administrator, right? Usually, I
Correct.
said data of the application or data of Salesforce is created by non-system administrators. So you are great. You have done your duty. You have created a new object. People were looking that we cannot save application records. Please create an object for us. You have created an object. This is the application object. You had made sure that application number is automatically generated. They don't want to type that out. That is great. Now they want to use this. How will a non-system administrator use this? How will they create records? How will they create applications?
So we need to create tabs.
Tabs, absolutely. So whenever you are in the sales tab, how did you create accounts? You went to the account tab. Here you have a new button, and that's how you create a new record, isn't it?
That's correct.
So how will I create a new application? I will find a tab. Application tab is not there because I have not created it. So creating an object is not enough. We have to then jump to home and we have to create a tab. What is this tab? This tab is very critical. This tab gives automatically, Salesforce will automatically give you a new button, edit button, create button, read button, and all the functionalities related to this object immediately at one shot. So a tab is not only just a tab on Salesforce. A tab means a full cred permission or ability for that object. Okay. Now you may ask why Salesforce is not giving the tab automatically when I create the objects. Good question. Shiva can take it to Salesforce, but the reason I understand is that not all objects will have tabs, and why? We'll again discuss this. You see, now the application is a custom object which needs a tab. This tab style is important. This gives a color to that application. And then you give visibility to this tab. Whether there are three types of visibility of a tab. Default on, that means you can go and search it. Tab hidden means they cannot see it. And default off is that it is not showing up in the tab. You have to search and get the tab. Okay, so let's have a default on. And it will ask where I will put this tab, in which application will I put this tab. Okay, so here we were talking about sales app. So I will just add it to the sales app. So now my tab is done. So I will refresh my sales app. And I will see that there is a application tab is already there. I'm seeing where they have added it. So now this is the application tab which I have got. I can create my records. See, it is not asking me to put any data, but it will create data. I'll keep save, and automatically a new application record is created.
That's because we created it as an auto number.
That's correct. So the name field is not even required. Had you not changed that to auto number, you had to enter only one value. That is the name. What are these fields then created by, last modified by an owner? These are called audit fields. This is how Salesforce tracks what is happening on this record. And it is completely controlled by Salesforce. There is a way to modify these also, but again, advanced topic, we don't want to discuss it. Okay. So by default, created by, last modified by an owner are fields which is maintained by Salesforce. It is basically showing you who created it. If there is an edit operation, who last modified it at what time, and who is the owner of the record. What is the owner? We'll again discuss this advanced topic. Clear? So a new record gets created. Now let us go ahead and create a relationship record on this. So I'm back to my office. That is my, what is my office? My office is the setup, right? The system administrator is working like this. This is the salesman who is using the application. Now he's created an application, but this application needs to be related to probably an account. They contacted. He wants a relationship with the contact. How will I create it? I have a relationship here. So first, let's see, there is some records which we create, a currency field, which is called application fee. Let's have a currency field which is required. I can make a field required from here. If I tick it, automatically that will become a mandatory field. Okay, let's have this field as required. What next? I want to create a that is fine. That is account name, and we will create a relationship. Now see, there is a new relationship that has come into picture. This is called master data relationship. This relationship you can only create on custom objects. This relationship field is not available on standard objects. So custom objects can be made can have a special relationship field, which is called master data relationship. What is the difference between lookup and a master data relationship? I will try not to answer this first. I will let the people who are repeating the batch to remember if they remember anything. Go ahead. What is the difference between lookup and a master detail? Priyanka.
In a master detail relationship, when a parent record is deleted, then automatically child record is deleted. In a lookup relationship, both child and parent.
I am not able to understand. Can you repeat?
Cascading effect did it.
What do you mean by cascading effect? Explain.
So when the parent record is deleted in parent record is deleted in child records, in lookup, sir. When the parent record is deleted in child records, the field becomes blank.
Okay. What happens in master detail?
So when parent record is deleted, the child record is also deleted, sir.
Okay. So the first difference is lookup relationship is a loose relationship, wherein if the parent record is deleted, child record is not touched. Child record remains there, but that field value becomes null. That field becomes blank because there is that record does not exist. So relationship is taken out. But in master data relationship, the parent record is deleted, the child record is automatically deleted. Okay. That is not the number one difference. The first difference, foremost difference is master detail is mandatory. Lookup relationship may or may not be mandatory. It is based on you. Lookup relationship is by default not mandatory. Master data relationship is always mandatory and you cannot make it non-mandatory. Okay. Let's create two fields on this object. One lookup field. This is on account. I can make it required or not required, right? I am not making it required. See, it is asking me, clear the value of this field. You can't choose this option if you make this field required. So if I make it required, then don't allow deletion. Then Salesforce will not allow you to delete this record. So lookup relationship, when you create a lookup relationship, if you make this lookup relationship mandatory, then Salesforce will not allow to delete the parent record till the child record is deleted. Okay. But in master data relationship, if the parent record is deleted, child record is also deleted with it. It will not ask you not to delete it, right?
So can you repeat this again, sir? This portion only.
Yeah. If I make this required, if it is not required, if this field is not made mandatory, then you have two options. One, the field value is blank, which we just discussed. This option is this one, right? That means the parent record is deleted, child record remains there, and the child record's field value is cleared. That means it becomes blank. That is the default behavior of lookup relationship. But that can be altered. What can be altered? I can make this lookup relationship required, And if I make the required lookup relationship required, then it will not allow you to delete the parent. Clear? Any questions?
So does that mean that in that case we will have to delete the child first before deleting the parent?
That is correct. That is correct. So if you make a lookup relationship required, then you have to delete the child first, then you can delete the parent. Clear? Even if it is not required, you can also make this enforce this logic that delete the child first, then delete the parent. Okay. So that all combinations work. By default, we'll keep it with a standard feature. Just before that, there are some additional features which let's talk about. You can filter out which values you want to show as parent. Okay, so you can put some kind of a filter and filter out some records. Again, play with it, but we'll discuss this later. Now we are creating a master detail relationship. One thing to remember here is that before I create this relationship, how many fields are there? The name field, auto number. I have created a lookup with account. I have created a fee, currency field, and the rest are audit fields. Notice this one. Okay. When I create a new master detail relationship, first it will not allow me to create a master detail relationship. Why? We'll see. This time I will create it on contact. Again, master detail relationship has some nuances. Master detail relationship, what is these things? We'll discuss later. Allow reparenting is something which we want to discuss. Allow reparenting means if you tick this, then you can change the field value. If you do not keep this on, then once you have set up a value, you will not be able to modify that. Okay. So I will put this and I will do next. Cannot create master detail relationship. Why it is not allowing to create master detail relationship? Because,
So because it's a standard object, sir.
no, this is a custom object application.
Yes, sir. So custom objects won't allow.
Custom object is the only one you can create
Yes,
master
sir.
detail relationship. So why
Okay.
it is not clear? Read it carefully. What is written here? You cannot create a new master detail relationship on an existing custom object if records already exist. Why? Why Salesforce is blocking that? It is saying that you must first create a lookup relationship, populate the field value with data in all records, and then change the relationship type to master detail. What does it mean?
So we have already made lookup relationship. That's why.
Nothing to do with the lookup relationship. It is saying that you do not create a master detail relationship with contact directly. First create a lookup relationship with contact. Then modify all the records. Put some data in all the records on contact field. Then make it a master detail. Change the data type.
So basically, we have to make a lookup relationship first. Then
And
we
then
can.
convert it to master detail relationship.
Huh.
Why is this, Chamela? Why Salesforce is blocking you? Why do you think it is blocking you? Because the most important difference between master detail and lookup relationship is master detail is always mandatory. If Salesforce allows you to create a master detail field, then this record becomes blank, right? Then that field, what is the field value of that record? This exists. There's a violation to their like a field type. Master detail is non-mandatory, is a mandatory field. And if I allow you to create this right now, there will be a new column showing up here, which does not have any value. For existing records, there will not be any value, right? That is why it is saying that first create a lookup, populate it with value, then change the type. There is also another way. What is the other way? Delete this record. Try again. Allow reparenting. I will check this. Otherwise, I will not be able to modify the data. Great. Now the master detail is created because there is no existing records. There is no violation. One thing to remember is that the owner field is gone. No owner field at all.
The contact owner field.
The application had an owner field, right? The owner field on the application record is gone. Application object is gone. Whenever you create a master detail relationship on any object, the owner field will is taken out. Now, the owner of your parent also becomes the owner of your child. That is why it is taken out. Okay. Now let us go back to my application tab. See, now it is not asking for the name still. I will put 100 rupees fee. Contact is mandatory. Account is not, because account is a lookup field. Contact is not a lookup field. But if I will not be able to save without putting a value. Okay. So account and contact. Account I might choose it to ignore, but let's save it. Please remember the application will start, or the name will start from where we left the seeding value. So AF0001 will not again start. Okay. That record you have deleted does not matter. That numbering is gone. It will always keep on updating itself or incrementing itself. The old record is gone, but the first record will now start with 0002. Okay, field value is there. The benefit is that now in account I can go, and in my related list I can see applications. I can even go to contact, and its related list I can see relationship. So if a object is a child of two other objects, what kind of object is this?
So junction mapping object.
Mapping objects, of course. So that means now I have created a many-to-many relationship between the account and contact through application, isn't it? Because account is one-to-many relationship with application. Contact is one-to-many relationship with application. So the relationship between account and contact is many-to-many relationship now, isn't it? Direct relationship is one-to-many, but through a mapping table, now I have also created a many-to-many relationship between account and contact. Okay. So before we create any kind of a relationship, we have to clearly understand the context and create these tables. That is very critical. Another thing to mention here is that I can change a lookup to a master detail also. This lookup, this, and I will change this field type. So I'll change this to master detail relationship. Now I have two master detail relationships. Yeah, before that I will show one thing to do. So benefit is that this application 002. So I will go in the account and I will remove TCS. And the contact is a relationship with. So in the application, if I see this application record, account, contact. So if I delete the contact, this application record will be deleted automatically or not?
Yes.
So let's try this. I go to Gaurav and I delete this. Unable to load because it's gone. Okay. So if I now go to the application tab, there are no values. Gone. Let's create another record. This time bong bong. If I delete account, will the application record be deleted or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why?
Because we have created a master data relationship.
It's not a master data relationship. Account is a normal. I have not changed, made the modification.
Okay, okay, sir. Sir, then it will not, sir.
Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. How many are saying this will be deleted? How many are saying not to be deleted? Please vote, everybody. This is a mandatory vote. You can put on your chats. What do you see? Deletion will happen or not? Deletion will not happen. Deletion won't happen. What is Priyanka saying? Not happen. Saurabh saying not happen. Gaurav, what is Gaurav saying?
So this will delete.
Put it here. There is no nothing. There is no penalty for giving a wrong reply. What is there to worry? Gaurav is saying happen. Why do Gaurav thinks it will happen? So except Gaurav, everybody is saying that the deletion won't happen, which is the logical thing to say, right? Because lookup relationship means that if the parent is deleted, the child will not be deleted, right? That is what the key difference between master detail and lookups. And if I set it to required, then then the child has to be deleted first, then the parent can be deleted, right? We discussed this. So why Gaurav is saying this will happen? Fine. Gaurav, what is your reason for saying it will happen? Everybody is saying okay. There is no logical reason. Okay, so let's see. I am deleting Pong Bong. So it did not happen, right? So the application record is safe. Application record is blanked out. But I can say you, both of you may be right in a special situation. Let's see that special situation. Special situation is when this account is TCS, and I go to this application record and make this TCS. Now let us go and delete TCS. Sorry, it's an opportunity record, so it's not deleting. Let us create an account from scratch called new account. And I create a new contact. Let's modify this to this new account. And new account. Now let us go and delete it. Gone. Why this happened? क्या हुआ ये? Just a while ago, I saw just the field got blanked out. What is happening now? For this, you have to understand one thing between account and contact. Let's see. Create an account. This is TCS. Priyanka, Saurav, Shiva. Let's delete account. So let's delete the operation first. This is a TCS. I delete TCS account. Can you see Priyanka, Saurav, and Shiva in this list anymore?
No, we can't.
So this is very critical to remember. Even if the contact object, if you go to the contact object, you will see the relationship with account is a lookup, but contact actually has a special relationship with account. Contact will have a cascade delete with account. So even if it is a lookup field, it behaves like a master detail, though it is not mandatory. But when the account is deleted, all contacts are deleted with it. And since the contact got deleted, that's why the application got deleted. Clear? But why in the previous case it did not get deleted? Because the field in the account and the field in the contact were not related to each other. That contact was not under that account. That's why it did not get deleted. And that's why the application record was still there. Clear or confused? Clear or confused?
I think
Let
we
me
need to
repeat
try
once
it
again.
on our own.
Yeah. No, I will clear it. New account 100. New contact 100. If new account 100 is deleted, the new contact 100 will also get automatically deleted. This is a Salesforce default relationship between account and contact, a special relationship of cascade delete. I am now creating another account. New account 200 and new contact. So I have two sets of records. Okay, 100 and 200. Inside 100, I have a contact. Inside 200, sorry, I have another contact. Okay, two sets of records. Now, if I am creating an application with 200, if I choose 100 and 200 contact, then if I delete the account, the application will still be there. But if I make it 100, then when I delete the account, the contact will also get deleted, and that's why this application will also get deleted. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shiva, anybody else? Anything? Now I can always go to my application record and make this a master data. It will allow me because there is values already there. So now there are two master details, both contact and this. So even if the contact is not related to the account, contact record is not related to the account record. Every time an account is deleted, application will get deleted. Any contact gets deleted, application will get deleted. Right? Either of the parent records get deleted, the relationship record, application record will get deleted. What kind of object do we say for a object which has two master details?
Junction object.
Junction object. So junction object is a type of mapping object which has two master detail relationships. How many relationship fields can you create on an object?
Sir, 2 master details and 38 lookup relationship.
Total number of relationship fields kitna?
Sir, 40.
Total number of relationship fields that can be created is 40. Out of that, 2 can be master detail at max. So if you have 2 master detail, then 38 other lookups you can create. If you have 1 master detail, 39. If you have no master detail, then 40 lookup relationships you can create on an object. Master detail can only be created on custom objects. Confusion? Clear? All certification questions. Okay. So how many fields can we create in an object?
800.
Yeah. Please remember these are all based on additions. Okay. So if you are using unlimited edition, then you are creating 800 fields. If you are using a enterprise edition, you can create 500 fields. So please remember that. Okay. That is the reason why I started off with the edition. There are multiple editions in Salesforce. If you go to Salesforce, now they have started this one also, Salesforce Starter. Shiva, what is the price? This is listed price.
Which one? The starter one?
Starter one. They have started
25.
selling in India.
Only for SMB customers.
SMEs. Okay.
Yeah, number of employees have to be less than 25.
24.
25 employees.
Yep.
Less than 25.
Less than 25 employees will have this starter license.
Yes.
And it
They
has
can-
it has all features, right?
No, there are part of it. There is limitation to that.
Okay. I wanted a feature list. They have.
I
not
have it.
shared.
I'll just send you on.
Yeah. Send me that. I wanted to
I
check
put it
out
on the chat.
professional edition. I want to compare with professional edition.
I'll put it on the chat link.
Yeah, that will be great. Oh, you have already done that. Thanks. This is needed. Sharp was pulling my back every day. So what is the difference? Let me share it.
This
That's
is a
fine.
PDF file. Typically, anybody can.
Yeah. Go ahead, save it. This is a new edition Salesforce has launched for smaller organizations. Seems like this is a kind of a Zoho edition. Okay, so now again, let us reiterate. What is the differences between master detail and lookup? One by one.
Lookup is not mandatory and master detail is mandatory.
Okay, next.
So it can be created in both custom and standard object, and master detail can be only created in custom object.
Very well. Lookup can be created on?
So lookup can be created in both custom and standard object.
Okay, very well. And master detail can only be created on customers. Perfect. What else?
So owner field is not required in lookup and
It's not required, miss. Owner
not
field,
required in
It has no impact on owner.
no impact on owner field. Lookup has no impact on owner field. If you
Okay.
create a master detail, owner field is gone. What else?
In a lookup relationship, child is not controlled by parent, but in a master data relationship, child is always controlled by parent.
What do you mean by control by parent?
Controlled by parent means if account contact is a relationship, master data relationship, account is deleted, then child, it means contact is automatically deleted in master data relationship. But in a lookup relationship, account is when account is deleted, then contact record is may or may not be deleted in a lookup relationship.
You're messing up. Account and contact both are standard fields. It has nothing to do with master detail or lookup. So don't use the term account or contact. You can use the term parent and child. Now let's revisit once again. What do you want to say? Rephrase. Account and contact relationship is stabilized and it is not going to change. You cannot even modify the relationship between the account and contact because that's a standard field. Look, that is a standard lookup field. That standard lookup field has some additional features. One of these is that when the account record is deleted, contact records is also deleted. That is not possible in any other lookup relationship. That is only special in the lookup relationship between account and contact. That is why we are saying that's a special lookup field, which Salesforce has given for account and contact only. Okay, so do not use the term account and anything. So use the term parent and child. Parent is the site which does not have the lookup field. Child is the site which has the lookup field. If the parent record is deleted, child records are not deleted in a lookup relationship. If the parent record is deleted, child record is deleted if that relationship is a master detail. Okay, which we call cascade delete. That means when parent is deleted, the next level childs are also taken care of. Any other differences?
sir, we can create 40 lookup relationship only, and in master it is only 2.
Great. Anything else?
Roll up summary.
Yes, I was waiting for that answer.
Roll up summary in lookup relation. Yeah. In lookup relationship, roll up summary field not possible. In a master relationship, roll up summary field possible.
What is a
And
roll-up
that
summary?
function,
Which,
that function.
on which side we will create a roll-up summary?
Child side.
Parent? No. Priyanka has
Create.
forgotten. So if I am going to the application record, if I have a master detail relationship, that means I have now two parents, account and contact. So on the parent side, now I can go and
We
create.
create a
Sorry.
we create a master relationship in parent side.
Master
To
detail
collect
relationship is created in the child side. Relationship fields are created always on the child side.
parent side.
Both
Sorry.
lookup and parent master detail both are created on the child side. So when there is a master detail relationship on the parent side, now you can create a roll-up summary field. Which can do many things. Let's see what we can do on the application. Application is a master detail child of account and contact both. You can do this roll-up summary in account and contact both objects. You see, there are some objects already there, but I am now rolling up on accounts. What I can do these 4 things. I can count the number of records are there. I can do a summation of any numeric fields. What was the numeric field on application? I had a fee field, right? I can do a min and max of that. So there are 4 operations which I can do on my roll-up summary fields. So let's see this. So I have an application record list. I will go to my account and I will see an application fee of 200. I will create another application. What will show up here in the details? How much value? This is 200. This is 300.
500.
It's rolling up, adding it up automatically. Okay. So roll-up summary can be created on if you have a master detail relationship with a child object. You can roll up any numeric field value and do a summation on it, or you can only count the number of child. So had I used count, what would have been the value here?
2.
2. So that is how. And what would have been if I've used a min?
The 200.
200 and max?
So
300.
300.
So these are the 4 operations which you could have done that would have given these 4 results. Okay. The summation is now we have done. Let's see a little advanced control now. And this is the last session today. On the child side, that is on application, I want to see this fee is how much of the total fee that has been accumulated. That means total fees for this account or total application fees, summation of all the fees for this account minus the fee for this application. I want to calculate automatically. How do that? Do I do that?
Formula field.
The formula.
This is where automatic calculation comes into picture. I will create a difference field. And of course, it's currency field because I'm working with currencies, decimal not needed. This formula field can be a simple insert formula. If you are working on or you are combining fields of the objects on which you are creating the formula, then this simple formula field is good enough for you. But if you want to use fields from your parent also, then you have to go to this advanced formula. So when I now create, because I need the parent formula. So I will go first to my account, and account is a field. You see, this is the ID value __ C. So this is storing actually Salesforce ID. We'll see this in this next class. But account, if I have this arrow sign below account, then it will even show the fields of that. So all the lookup and master detail will have this arrow sign. Okay, this is the individual ID object, and this is the arrow sign. Arrow means this will take you to that object's fields. Again, this account will take it again to those fields. So you can keep on going forward. So I will go to the first level account, and I will find out what is the application, right? Application fee. So I will insert it. Look at it here. What is showing it? It says account __ R dot. Account __ R means account object and the relationship between that account object. So it's __ R dot application __ C, because this is in my parent field. Simple minus sign here, or I can use a just subtract from here. Same thing you can do it, and then insert application field, which is called fee. This will not have this __ R dot anything, because this is the object on which I am creating the formula. So any field of that same object on which I am creating a formula, I don't need this kind of relationship step. But if I am going to my my parent to get any field value, then you have to type like this, or you use this insert field. Then you don't have to remember this kind of things. Okay, check syntax is a good idea. Will show you green, no errors, and then click next. So now I have created a formula field which calculates the difference between the total fee of that account minus the fee which is there in the account record. So let's go back to my accounts. If I go to this, the total fee collected was how much?
500.
So 500 minus 200 is 300. Let's see for application 2. 500 minus 300. This field is not editable. Okay. So you can create a formula field by doing mathematical calculations or any other functions. There's a lot you can do on a formula field. Huge list. You will and please play around. On the next class, we will see how actually this looks into the database. But you have now got started working on metadata. That is exactly the job which you will do when you are working on an organization as a system administrator. So welcome to your role. Yesterday you were learning about, last session you were learning about how a salesman uses Salesforce, right? Today we have learned how you will be using Salesforce as a system administrator. Any questions before we close the call today? Okay. Have a great weekend, and please practice and carry on with your training.